G'day, guys. Welcome back to Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate. We just got done doing the Steelers Syndicate podcast, and that was fantastic. So we're going to do another video, and we're going to talk about the win because we can't get enough of the win. Owen, what is going on? How are you feeling?
Buzzing tonight, Mark. A win's always great, isn't it? Always fantastic to get a win. And today, to beat Tom Brady as well, and to see Tom Brady losing it on the sideline was just poetic.
Oh, it's fantastic. There was one time that he was absolutely in tears or yelling at his offensive line. But I thought, overall, as in a nutshell. And today, in today's video, guys, we did a massive live stream. We thank you everyone for that. But in today's video, we're just going to do, we're just going to do 3 winners, no losers. We're just going to choose 3 players who are winners and go through that and talk about that. But in my opinion, this is a fantastic game. I think the respect needs to go to Coach Tolman. I think a little bit of respect needs to go to Matt Canada, right? And a little bit of respect needs to go to Tyrell Edmonds. They had their fellas ready. The secondary was out. The players were all gonskis. There was no Minka. There was no Witherspoon, Wallace, Sutton. There was no starting secondary. There was no Fryermuth, no DeMarvin Leal. Everybody was out. They stepped up and they made Tom Brady walk away with his last loss in Pittsburgh, Heinz Field, Acrisure Stadium. But let's start with some 3 players. And I'm not even sure who I'm going to talk about, but let's do some 3 winners right now. Who's your first winner in no real order?
So my first winner, I'm going to go for probably the most obvious one. And I think someone you may pick as well. Chase Claypool. I thought Chase Claypool was absolutely terrific today. He today showed that he was what Tony Romo said he could be last week. He was an absolute monster. He used his strength. He used his size. He used his ability, his skill set this week. And I think he was huge this week. He clutch catches on 3rd down, didn't feel the pressure. Catches under pressure from defensive backs as well. I thought Claypool was absolutely terrific today. And he came up with a touchdown catch as well that, effectively won the game for the Steelers.
Also, just want a bit of a side note. It's bucketing down rain where Owen is right now. If you guys can hear in the background there, it's bucketing down rain. Yeah. That's quite hilarious. I agree with you. He's also one of my winners. We've got to choose 3. I think Claypool stepped up. He had 7 receptions for about 70-odd yards or whatever. A TD came in clutch there. 3 big plays too. 3 big plays where we had the sideline catch and also a catch I didn't think was going to happen. Trubisky, 3rd and 18 to Claypool. I was on my live stream saying, no way, he won't get this. He got it. He got that 3rd and 18. He got the first down. Claypool to me is possibly my game ball. And is he your game ball player too?
Yeah, definitely. On offense, he is my game ball player. He answered all the critics today. He's had a lot of critics over the past few weeks and the past few months and even the past couple of seasons over some of his antics and justifiably so. But today he seemed fired up. He seemed intense. He seemed ready to go, and he seemed focused on actually doing what he should do best, which is play football.
Yeah, definitely, man. I thought it was fantastic. Now, who would be your second guy? So who would be your second winner?
Tyrell Edmonds, I thought today had a great game. I thought he was.
Oh, but isn't he a bust?
Oh, apparently so, according to some in Steelers Nation. He misses too many tackles. He's a first-round bust. But no, I thought today that he stepped up. There was that play where he stuffed Fournette in the backfield. And, Fournette's not an easy guy to tackle.
Big fella.
He's a big old unit. But he came flying through the gap and took Fournette down. And I was very impressed with that. And there was a pass breakup in the end zone, I think, on Gage as well, where he was the man who broke up that pass. And Gage still tried to claim that he caught it, even though it bounced on the ground. But Edmonds, I thought today was fabulous. I really did.
Yeah, no, I agree too, but I'm going to go with someone different. I believe, and I don't know if it's going to be your third guy or not, but I thought one of my winners, or if we're going to choose 3 winners, Steven Sims had a heck of a game. Yeah. Heck of a game, returned the football. Sure, he didn't have some good plays on offense, but special team wise, 89 yards running almost to the house. He almost made it to the house. Steven Sims played fantastic. He's a reason why you have him there in the backfield. He did it in preseason.
Yeah.
And he had some good returns on the punt return as well. Now, there was one play that he went backwards, but in his mind, he's having a day. He's having a day trying to make every single play he can. I thought Steven Sims, for me, was my second best player. Fantastic. Really set the scene for that victory going down to the end zone. Who would be your number 3 player if you've got to choose 3 winners?
I'm going to go for someone who, over the last couple of weeks, has been picked on a little bit by opposition quarterbacks, and I think came into this game fired up because of what he said and what he did in the last game. So I'm going to go for Arthur Mullet. I thought Arthur Mullet had a really game. I think he really stepped up this game. I thought he went out there to show that he had a go at the players last week for laughing and smiling and joking too much on the sideline. That defeat with Buffalo, entirely acceptable for him to do that. But I thought today he led by example. He was the veteran cornerback out there. When you mix him in with James Pierre, who was a UDFA, second, third year player, Josh Jackson. I think Mullet really did step up as that veteran today, and he stepped up and he led by example. And I think he was good in coverage. He was good on the blitz. He was fired up from minute one, and there's a video of him coming off the field. I've just seen on Twitter, and he's like going, he shouts, "Yes, sir, money." Was it money Mullet or something like that? And then as he runs into the changes.
Hey man, if you're gonna be like that, you're gonna call your teammates out. And you're gonna back it up. Fantastic, fantastic. You go in there, they're smiling and laughing after a loss. You go in there, shake them by the shoulder, but you know what? You got to play better. He played really good too. And I want to see him back it up. He can tackle. He can blitz. He played really good. He was in the New York Jets forever, right? He was in a really bad organization. For me, my third guy, I do like Arthur Mullet, but I'll be a little bit different. My third guy is the guy who ended the game for the Bucs. Devin Bush came up in clutch. If we're going to give Chase Claypool clutch with that receiver, that catch for the TD, by the way, we didn't even say Trubisky. But maybe we'll leave Trubisky to last. I think he needs a special mention. He does. Doesn't need a mention. But to me, the three winners is Devin Bush at the very end. He knocked that pass deflection down for 20-18, right? So he's my three winners. But let's talk about Trubisky. What were your thoughts on Trubisky in this game? Because I thought he played pretty well. Now, I'm not saying they need to be starting Trubisky, but he played confident, good, powerful football. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. I mean, massive respect to Mitch. He came off the bench. He did exactly what he needed to do. He came up clutch in situations where he needed to. He fired the ball downfield when he needed to. He took control of the offense as he needed to in that situation. I was checking Twitter to see, if any updates on Kenny Pickett, but straight away there's so much negativity when Trubisky was coming on. If it was I'm turning this off now if Trubisky and so on and so forth. But Trubisky, to me, massive props to Mitch Trubisky today. He came in, he did his job, he stepped up, he threw that clutch touchdown pass, he got that run, that first down on that run where he enabled them to ice the game. And what was quite telling was the way he could have been done for taunting to some degree, I suppose, but he was stood by the Tampa Bay sideline and he going.
Yeah, very, very lucky. Very lucky. Now, we've been on Trubisky's, bad side. We've seen how bad he has played, but he has been playing bad. So what do you do, right? Now, to say that when he gets in the game, you're going to turn it off, that's crazy because you're winning the game anyway. You're a fair weather fan if you're possibly going to turn it off for that reason. If you're not going to watch, see you later, I thought Trubisky played a really good football game. And in the last point I want to make, I thought Coach Tomlin and the coaches took control of this game. And they put him in the best chance to win, and they won. Any final thoughts, Owen, before we end the video and say goodbye to our Steeler Nation fans?
No, I think final thoughts are this gives us something to build on. The guys go out there and they play with the same heart, the same passion, the same fight for the next 2 weeks. Then that's all we can ask of them. And, win, lose, tie, whatever happens, as long as they go out there and play with that same passion and heart they showed this week, they'll be fine. They'll do okay. They give themselves every chance of winning.
Big time. My final thoughts is I thought the fellas played really good football. They play with passion, heart, courage, anything you want to do, and we now can believe in them to a certain degree and say, you know what, they put it all on the field. We enjoyed the spectacle. We enjoyed their passion. It was so much fun to watch. Guys, let me know in the comments below who would be your three winners. To recap, who are your three winners, Owen?
So my three winners are Chase Claypool, Tyrell Edmonds, and Arthur Mullet. Who are yours, Mark?
Right. And if I can remember...
yeah, no, I'll do the same.
If I can remember, Devin Bush, Chase Claypool, and I can't remember what I said first.
You said Steven Sims.
Steven Sims, that's right. There's a memory going at 8:30 in the morning. Don't get me for that. It's way too early. But thanks, guys, for checking out the Pittsburgh Steelers. We really do appreciate it. I think we're on like 1,600 subs, something like that.
Yeah, we are,
Let's get to 40,000. 40,000 subs.
Target, end of season, 35,000. Let's do it. Come on.
We can do it. We can do it. All right, guys. Thank you for checking out the Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate. Myself, Mark, a co-host, and co-host Britsburgh Owen. Thanks, Owen, mate. You want to send us out?
Here we go, Steelers. Come on.